among us right here? Is there any other Canadians here? Oh, you made the trip. 2 hours. Well done.
I think we still outnumber them though, which is good. I think we still outnumber them. We're usually outnumbered by Canadians, so it's nice to outnumber them. When we got pregnant a couple years ago, we...
Wait, I'm sorry, what? We have never been pregnant. Right?
It is not a tumor. Doesn't he get the baby and he's got the muscle?
Was that twins? No.
What? No, he's
Kindergarten Cop.
No. Oh, that's right. Yeah, what's a good Arnold quote from Junior?
Junior? No, it was Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop.
The tumor line.
It was his headache.
Don't test me on my Arnold trivia.
I need like a good Junior saying, so I can say like, it is a baby. But we ended up having our kids here in Seattle, so
Again, when he says we, he's referring to him and his wife.
Me, I had my child. Children. So we love the spot. It's a super cool town. I'm jealous of you who live here, so it's cool. I love Austin.
And both your sons were born here.
Both my sons were born in Seattle. That's right. If it works, it works. So it worked. The question is, will the show go long enough for me to have a third kid in Seattle? It would have to go at least one more season because we are not pregnant. So it would have to go 12. It would be 12. But I know, hey, I gotta call my wife. Super cool. Thank you for following us to Wednesday, by the way. That's always a risky. They knew that you guys would stick around and keep watching, but it's always risky moving nights. That's kind of when we really need y'all guys to stick with us for fear of being canceled.
It's also called DVRs. So they can watch it on Friday night if they want, or Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Saturday.
Is that true? Just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? That's awesome.
Or you can just binge watch on Netflix.
You know what I did the other day?
No,
I didn't tell you this.
What?
I got home from work. I think you might have the day off. Yes. And for some reason I was like in this goofy, silly mood, and I looked up all the Supernatural gag reels. They're really funny, but there are like 3 or 4 missing on YouTube. So if somebody is willing to illegally upload it, because I don't know how, that way we can watch them without having to get DVDs and put them in. Because my DVDs are in Austin or in my trailer. So I was just YouTubing it. And there were like 3 that were full. What was I laughing at?
Were you laughing at what was funny that what you were watching, or
wood chips?
Or were you laughing at what it reminded you of?
I was laughing at what I was watching because I remembered some of it.
Do you need a towel? You were literally dripping in sweat.
I moisturized, so I was
at the hotel. Can we get a hand towel for my friend?
So I went wearing flannel, probably enough. So I was in Austin this week, and I went out on the lake, and I went wakeboarding, and I came back, and I was peeling a little bit. And so our makeup artist, Sabrina, is like, Jared, what in the world? First off, you look about 12 shades darker. And secondly, your forehead is peeling. You need to moisturize it. So I've been moisturizing, but it doesn't all sink in, I guess. Some of it stays. And,
or you could just wear sunscreen.
But it was too late for that. Better. Sorry, guys. First world problems, I guess, but my moisturizer wasn't sinking in.
Well, so many comments right now.
Thank you for avoiding that. Before we jibber jabber, did anybody want to yell something out to like Jesus? Did anybody have anything to say or ask? Or...
What? Dance, monkey, dance!
Dance, monkey! I see a hand. I see like the shadow of a hand. It could be.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering if there's a snowball's chance that we're going to get to hear you guys sing the Single Man Tear.
No. You might get a single man tear, but you'll never sing it.
If the moisturizer drips into my eye, I might tear out. Go, I'm gonna go to this side. Anybody? Yes, in the front row.
You guys play such intense, oh, thank you. You guys play such intense, traumatized, like, they should be like broken down by now. Characters, I know as actors you really have to get into that headspace every day, like for most of the day. How do you cope with that?
Do you see the gag reels? I think
That's how we go.
That's how we go. Honestly, it's just being silly when they call cut. And a lot of people, it's in the years that we've done the show, we've seen people that are sort of method and just stay in it the whole time. And we've seen people that are very just actors. They call action and they do their scene and they call cut and they're back to being a human being. I think for the two of us, we've figured out over 200 something episodes that when they call cut, you gotta kind of shake it off and laugh around, move around. So that's what I feel like, right?
What?
Yep.
Yeah, there's, I'd say for every one kind of heavy emotional, toll-taking scene that we shoot, we've probably got a dozen lighter scenes that we can have fun and you know, we're laughing and pranking and joking when the cameras aren't rolling or when the cameras are rolling. So I think it's a marathon. Shoot a season like this, 23 episodes, it's a full marathon. And yeah, like Jared said, we have people that come on and sprint, and it's like you're gonna exhaust yourself. Watch us. We're just cruising, just nice and easy, because otherwise we're going to die. So it really is. You just got to pace yourself. And, but yeah, some days can be difficult.
That having been said, we are filming the final arc of season 10 right now, and it's one of those really intense final arcs. I mean, it's probably the most intense I can remember since maybe season 5 or something. Is that Sorry. We're filming the finale starting tomorrow. We have to kind of shoot cattywampus because of some scheduling stuff. And so these final episodes are very traumatic. I know. First we were
Almost turned into a Gallagher show.
yeah, it's just trying to remember you're having fun telling the story. Yeah. So that's thank you.
How about right there? Yes.
Apologies for another singing question.
Oh, no.
So we really appreciate that you let your inner rock star out sometimes at these conventions, and I was wondering if you had any plans to write, release an album, anything, because you're really good and I really enjoy your singing.
Well, thank you. I'll pay you later. And,
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. No. I've got this other job that I'm doing. It takes up a lot of my
You have a
time.
lot of free time, right?
There's not a lot of free time to do something like that. And yeah, I have friends that are musicians and that devoted their life to creating music and writing and playing and doing that whole thing. And that is something that it looks like a mountain to climb, that I'm already climbing a mountain range over here. So maybe one day in the future, I don't know. I'm not saying it'll never happen, but I certainly don't have plans to do anything like that now. But thank you. I'll just keep coming here and trying to belt out something, but you know, we'll see what happens.
Hi guys, love you. I have a quick question for both of you. Jared, in the Golem episode,
Column episode?
Now everyone can hear you.
In the Golem episode,
Yeah.
when you,
Oh, you had a cool little voice change right there. Jared the Golem? Oh, I have a microphone. Jared.
that was my sexy voice.
Full range voice, just when the mic. Yeah.
You've reached 188 hot legs.
Okay. When you were warming your hand over the burning remains, remember that?
Ish, yeah.
yeah, you were warming your hands over that.
The fandom loved that. So, do you know if that was, did you improv that, or was that in the script?
I think it was probably just improv. I didn't know that was a thing. You even did the voice to tell me. I like that. You know, yeah, sometimes you just find out.
What were you warming your hands over?
The burning body. Remember when Adam was sitting in the car and he's like, who are these guys? And we're like, warming our hands for
Okay, and Jensen?
Yes,
Um,
found it.
A friend of mine asked me to ask you if Dean knows he's immortal, because he keeps kind of talking about, maybe not being around and stuff like that, but I think he's immortal, and you're going to be around whether...
Immortal.
Immortal.
Yeah.
Are you saying that based off the fact that Dean's died about 30,000 times?
No.
Or are you referring to the mark?
Yeah, when you
Referring to the mark of
yeah,
Cain.
as a demon.
So, here's my answer to that. I would say that Dean is not immortal, but perhaps his vessel could be. I would say that the Dean that we all know, and that is the brother of Sam, that he could very easily go away. Something else could become something, but it would not be the Dean that we know.
But y'all would still get to look at Jensen.
It's called job security. Job security. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks.
How about over here?
Yeah.
You can yell. We'll repeat it.
So it's 2015.
What is it?
Supernatural has conquered the world. Do you remember 2005, your first task for this Legend TV show? Do you remember what your expectations were at that time? What would happen?
Yeah, I remember reading the script, thinking that this is a really well-written pilot script, and I've been a part. I think you had too. Have been a part of pilots before, and one kind of worked, one did not work, another one I didn't get. I really wanted. So anyway, but I saw this movie, like, wow, this might actually have a chance. And we had David Nutter directing, who was essentially a shoe-in to get picked up for a series. So I thought we had a pretty good shot. When we did get picked up and we went up to Vancouver, we started filming. I thought, after reading the second and third script, I'm like, wow, we might actually get like 2 or 3 seasons out of this. And that was my expectation. I'm like, if we really work hard and keep going, we could get like 2 or 3 seasons, which would be the most that I'd ever spent on a TV show. So that was my expectation at the beginning.
Filming a TV show in the first, the pilot, first couple episodes, the first season 2, it's like having the proverbial wolves at the door. I mean, you're constantly like trying to not think about the fact that you're thinking about the fact that you might not have a job very soon.
The odds are against you too.
The odds are way
outrageously.
And then I remember when we got picked up for, however many, 13 or whatever it was. And then we got picked up for the back 9, but we also found out that the network was being merged with another network. And I remember thinking to myself, like, oh shit, like we are in this terrible situation and we're not available for pilot season to try out for a new TV show for when this gets canceled. So we're gonna be out of work for a year. But luckily, we were working so hard on those first couple episodes and the first couple seasons that you didn't have a lot of time to think about it. Yeah, I think if I would have dared to dream, I would have hoped for 3 seasons, maybe 5, grand, 10 years later.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go straight at, yes, with the hand. Yes, the point.
They all have hands, Jared.
Hello, boys.
Hello.
So, in the future of Supernatural, will there ever be another strong female character who is not a demon, not an angel, not a current passion of any of the characters, and does not die within the first few minutes of an episode? Because we all know Supernatural is the lady killer.
Well, Charlie.
Another female character. Yes, more often on the show in the future.
I hope so. I mean, we saw what the addition of Felicia has done, right? So I think it's really hard to add any character to the world of Sam and Dean. other than maybe Crowley and Cass, because they're so sort of fluid and they can be a part of anything because one's good and one's bad. They both talk funny. So it's really difficult. They'd have to be a fellow hunter or, you know, and we did Joe and Ellen, we did Charlie, and then, I was gonna say something. Is it Ed Didbury?
Yes, you did, and you've got 2 studies to prove it.
Sorry, I did not mean to go there. I know there are young people here. But I certainly would like to see it. I would like to see strong female and male characters. I mean, I really love the addition of further characters, recurring characters, into the world of Supernatural. And we see how everybody kind of takes to them, because look at the conventions. You know, we have Richard and Rob and Matt and a bunch. So
You were saying a female edition that's not a demon or bad, right? Because I was going to say we got Ruthie this year, who she's Rowena, but she's not a good character. And then I guess we had Abaddon. She was also bad.
we killed them.
Yeah.
We killed the redheads. We killed the redheads. What? Yeah, she's
Sheriff Mills. Also Brianna, Sheriff Hanscom. Brianna's character. Yeah, I don't know. Like Jared said, it's very difficult to have consistency as far as the character goes in the Winchester's life, because they're constantly moving. You know, they also have. I think they suffer from attachment disorder, so they do not want to be attached to anybody, because if they bring anybody into the fold, then they're running the risk of putting them in danger. And I think that they both know that that's you know, just a curse that they're going to have to carry. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it works out, or, you know, I hate to use the term organically, but if it does, then it would be it would be cool to see. I agree. I think it'd be nice to have some nice, strong female characters, but until then, I got to look at this female character.
The hand in the Cass outfit, background, yes.
I don't want to trip over your water.
No, stand up. It's good. It's great.
So, as we know, you guys like to...
We like to what? We don't know.
Oh, okay. You guys like to do a lot of pranks behind the scenes, and I'm wondering, what would be your favorite? What's the farthest that you've gone?
Prank, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Part of the gag reel, I'm going to say this just because we just saw the gag reel. The pie in the face is pretty funny. The pie in Misha's face, it kind of made me cringe.
Well, yeah, because you like were trying to.
I was trying to go quick. The problem is that I knew if you saw
Quick
me.
and powerful should. I mean, you can do quick without being powerful.
Yeah, but it's balancing. It's a whipped cream, and it's best. I had to give it force. It's one of those things where you immediately you're like, oh my god, like that could have almost gone like the thing in Brad's your eyepiece. It's like we spend so many hours on the show that you're kind of just goofing around, and something happens. You're like, oh my god, that could have gone really poorly. Yeah, so that didn't. That one is the most fresh in my mind.
The coin bit was nice. When Misha and Jared bet each other, how much was it?
$10 a point.
$10 a point in Scrabble.
Words with friends.
Words with friends. And Jared won.
Like 200 points.
outrageously.
So y'all play Words with Friends? I had on the top row.
What's your username?
I had jellies with a J on the triple letter that went all the way to triple word, and the J had triple down and triple. It was like a 188 point word, and I think it was like the third word I had, and Misha wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't look at me or talk to me for like the remainder of the game. And then he didn't pay up, and I was like, that's fine. You know, like we thought it was gonna be a 10-point game or something. We didn't think it was going to be a 200-point game, so it came out like $2,000. Yeah, which is one of those things that goes poor really quickly. You're like, I didn't.
Bad idea.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold you to it, man. I'm not going to hold you to it. And he's like, I'm good for it. I'm good for it. And he was always acting really weird. Come to find out later, it's because he was going around the city of Vancouver asking all the banks for their pennies. Yeah, he had like a warrant out for his arrest or something. We're like, why is this guy hoarding pennies and nickels? And so he came in and they had like 180 pounds of coins and he just poured them all into my trailer. And I remember opening my trailer.
$1,000 worth of pennies.
It was $2,000 worth of like, it was something like, I think he got all the pennies in Vancouver. And so there were some nickels and dimes. It was like 60,000 coins. Yeah. And there was a mountain in my trailer. And I remember opening my trailer door and I could see my dog on the other side of the coins. And she was like freaking out because she couldn't walk on it, right? So she was just like, and she's like part shepherd. She's a tough dog. She's like, nah, I don't want this. It's like, what is this? And then so I made a donation to Random Acts, obviously with the coins. So I didn't want him to have to carry them all, so I poured them in his car for him.
You didn't. You had the Teamsters gather up all the coins. And then just directed them to pour it all, with a shop vac, and then just dumped it all into his car.
He said for months, anytime he had hit the brakes, and hear like, choo, 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 choo. He tried to get them all out, but one was like stuck in the seatbelt thing, so he couldn't wear his seatbelt. I mean, it was pretty good, but it was a nice donation for Random Acts. I hope you got it. That was fun.
Anytime Misha tries to plan something to prank us, it backfires for us.
I'll direct an episode. Yes.
Okay. I know I've already done the singing and all that, but I really have to ask this. I noticed you've been getting very outgoing with singing lately. And
Once.
No,
Once.
okay, no, okay. It's still awesome, okay?
Yes.
It's really inspiring, I like it. But I was wondering, would you ever be willing to sing like an acoustic version of Carry On Wayward Son for like the finale? Like the series finale?
Well, we don't talk about that.
We're talking about it, okay?
That's like Voldemort. We don't say series finale.
Then anytime you want to sing it, would you be willing to sing an acoustic version of Carry On Wayward
That's a good song. I don't know an acoustic version.
You can make it up.
Okay, I'll just make it up.
You can sing it yourself.
I'm not a musician. Let's remember that. I don't know. Maybe? No? Yes? Sure.
Maybe works. It
Okay,
works.
I'll give you a maybe.
Okay.
Strong, solid maybe.
It works. Thank you.
Done. Yes, back right on the aisle. Hi.
Hi. So first off, Jared, I want to thank you for doing the T-shirt campaign. That really means a lot. And then I'm wondering if you could bring back one character besides like Bobby, of course. Like who would you bring back? Dead.
That's a tough question. We have so many cool characters. I would love to see. I'd love to see Richard come back because I think there's so much. I mean, there's so many Sebastian and Mitch and Rob and Richard and Genevieve. No, she came back. I don't want to get locked in it. So I think story-wise, I feel like he was an archangel. He was the trickster for a while, but there's so much also that his character can do. It's difficult to bring Rob back because he's God, right? So it's like, well, if we have God, we can't. It's weird. And I would love to have Mitch back because I love Mitch. But I think Richard, because he can do the most with the story and cause the most kind of ruckus for the boys.
She asked you, man. This is Jared. I have an amazing answer, and I'm not going to. No? No? Yes, you.
Okay, I wrote this down so I'm not one of those people. Sorry, I had too much fun this weekend. My voice is almost gone.
Did you write that down?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I had a lot of fun. I can't read my writing.
My husband totally thrilled when I get home and I can't talk. Okay, so my husband and I keep wondering, even when you're in states like Arizona and it's not raining, 90% of the time the car is wet. I live in Seattle and my car isn't wet that often. My husband says you're having it wet. I don't know.
And the ground is wet.
You know, a lot of times, like when we're doing the interior car scenes, when we're talking in the car, you see water on the windows or whatever. So we're shooting that inside the soundstage, so it's not actually raining, but we have to assume that it will be. So we'd rather be safe than sorry. We'd rather assume that we drove through a small shower and then continued on, as opposed to having a dry car in the interior scene.
And then it cuts to the outside.
So we figured that we gamble that it's going to be raining regardless.
Furthermore, there's a lighting. It's better for lighting to have, because a water droplet, you can imagine, refracts the light in several different ways, so it gives it a different look. In fact, when we're shooting scenes outside and it's not raining, we have, we shouldn't do this in California with their year left of water, but we have, it's like a sprinkler car, and the car literally looks like a oil tanker, and it just sprays water on the streets because when it's lit, it creates a better reflection or refraction for the lighting.
But your hair's always dry.
Not that one scene. We had red hair in that one scene, right?
Yeah, that was awesome. You know, I read a little fun fact actually that Seattle ranks number 10 of big cities in America with the most rainfall.
Yeah.
Behind like Atlanta, New York, Miami. Yes.
It rains
Number 10.
more in Florida.
Oh, like Florida, Orlando, yeah.
And number 1 in sunglass sales. Not kidding. I don't make this stuff up.
We forget where they are.
They buy per capita more sunglasses in Seattle than any other city.
Oh, optimistic. I like that.
I know.
Look on the bright side. No, it's because when there's finally a day of sunshine, they're like, oh, where's my sunglasses? I gotta buy some. In Texas, it's 100 degrees. We're like, deal with it.
Yeah, we just put eye black on it.
Yeah. In Texas, we find the shade. In Seattle, they're like, the light. Don't look at me.
Don't go to the light.
Go right here.
Help you.
Hi.
During this season, we are experiencing different characters. Dean is is more insecure, like he needs Sam help, and Cass help is a new aspect for us. And so Sam has to be like more strong, more close to him, and help him to go out of this situation for the mark and so on. So I was wondering, in your real life, which one of you is the guy for the other, or if there is, I mean, one, or...
Depends when and what.
Yeah, it depends on what the situation is. And I will say that in regards to the story, yeah, Dean he's kind of in need of some help with his current situation. I can't remember if it's already aired, but he will, if he hasn't already, will very soon start denying help. And, you know, he'll be like, listen, don't help me anymore. I'll deal with it on my own. Which of course is very Dean.
Yes, he's already...
He's already started to do that.